Anybody can earn confidence. Let me explain how I did it. For the first 6 months of having a YouTube channel, I was terrible. I didn't tell anybody that I had it. I told my best friend, that was it. Eventually, my school found out about my channel, but I had just kept uploading without telling anybody because I was scared of people finding out. All I did was take advantage of what I had control over to upload those videos. And the other day, my friend was describing me to this girl. He said, yeah, Finn, he's really confident. Look at these videos he's uploading. That girl said like a week later, like, wow, you're really confident. Like, you're uploading all these videos. How do you have the confidence to do this? They don't understand. I was terrified to upload for months. Now, I'm going to relate this to being social because that's like obviously what I talk about. I'm Finn. I help young guys be really social. But I'm telling you, bro, confidence is something you can actually earn, especially social confidence, which is all that anyone cares about. All we want is people like us, to have great impressions when we meet people. We don't care too much about actually being confident. We just want the benefits, right? I'm gonna teach you how to get the benefits of social confidence. It will help you become more confident, 100%. But I'm gonna get into that a bit later in this video. The first thing I wanna teach you, I remember I was sitting at dinner with this guy. He says to me, yo, Finn, I don't want to be a people pleaser anymore. I was like, yeah, bro, you shouldn't be a people pleaser. So I told him, maybe you should work on that. I remember a week later, we're sitting in the dining hall and we normally get water. He took up his glass to fill up water, but I was sitting down and I said, yo, can you fill up my glass for me? He's like, nah, bruh, just fill up my glass. He took being a people pleaser way too far. He was like trying not to be a people pleaser and he just turned into a dickhead. Bro, being a people pleaser is about, not being a people pleaser is about like valuing your own opinion, but still doing like the best thing. It's not about just like fuck everybody and having this weird approach. And the way that I'm relating this to being social, you should be authentic. You should talk about what you're interested in, but don't be a dickhead. Be the best version of yourself too. Just because just being confident doesn't mean that you never listen to anybody, that you're always right, that you always feel like the top dog. That's not what being confident is. That's not it at all. Being confident is trying to be the best version of yourself, but being comfortable that, you're doing the best thing. This is a bit cliche, right? But let me teach you something you probably haven't heard before. Social confidence, a big part of how to appear socially confident is learning not to do certain cringy things. Like this one guy, he uploads Instagram reels. And they're really fucking cringe. Like, I love that he uploads reels. But this guy, it's like, he's boxing on the bag and he's awful. He's like absolutely awful, but he's making like a cold edit. Confidence isn't being, I'm so sick. Like saying, oh, I'm super jacked. I'm mogging all these guys. When you have an anorexic physique. That's not confidence, bro. Confidence, honestly, you know what I would teach you, bro? The number one lesson about, if people say, oh, you're cringe, you make a lot of cringe jokes. The number one reason is because you think, don't be ugly. You think you're ugly, right? That's not it at all. Don't be ugly is terrible advice. Just don't be skinny. That is golden advice. As a guy, you're gonna get fucking run over socially if you're a really skinny guy. Like, okay, maybe it doesn't happen all the time when people are nice, but just like in the back of everybody's mind, especially in school, people notice, oh shit, this guy is skinny, like this guy's an easy target. And unless you have like the social confidence and charisma, which is very rare to achieve without like the physical reasoning to back it up. Like you can, but you would probably achieve that confidence through me teaching you certain things or you just being very comfortable in yourself. I can't teach you that. Like I can teach you that, but it's gonna take some time. The easier approach is just get a bit bigger, bro. People aren't gonna pick on you as much. Now, I'm gonna get into some genuinely like some niche advice here now. I remember the first year I went to a boarding school. Everybody was really mean to me. I hardly had any good friends. And I finished that year after people treating me like quite poorly, bro. Nobody respected me. Girls weren't into me at all. I went to this concert. On the first night I was there, it just clicked for me. I had worked really hard that year. My skin had cleared out. I was the leanest I'd ever been, like in terms of body fat percentage. Like I felt good in myself. And I went out with a friend that I'm very close with, and we were being very friendly, speaking to a lot of people. And I had been social at a few points earlier in that year, obviously enough so that I could get to this point where I could have a conversation here and there. But honestly, that first night that I went, the morning of that day, I was having social anxiety problems talking to the neighbor. She came over and we were saying like, she's like, oh, how have you been? What's been going on? And I just didn't know what to say. Just conversation went dead silent. That's how I had felt for like the last half a year. Always awkward, always worried that the conversation is silent, always having a shit interaction with everybody. And then I went out that night and I remember the moment I was sitting, there was a girl on my right. We had like a talking stage. We were sitting next to each other. And then this other girl came and lied on my legs. And then this other girl came and lied over hers. So she's staring at me, and I'm like right here with this girl. Genuinely blew my mind, bro. I hadn't had any attention from girls that whole year. And I don't want you to think I was just some like absolute like handsome mugger or anything. And it was just my looks carrying that. It wasn't at all. It was just that this night, I finally like got out of my comfort zone, and I'd been doing the right things to try and be more social for a period of time now. I've been speaking to people all the time. I'd been learning about this topic. I had been going up to girls. I had been hanging out with good friends. Spent a few hours talking I started like 30 conversations before I could get in like this social mood where I could end up like having these girls super into me. Obviously like looks is a part of it, but I didn't have this confidence for such a long time. And then this one night I kind of had it. And that's when I realized everybody stops being confident because they think, oh, I'm not good enough. But they take the thought seriously. Bro, even before I film this video, sometimes I think, oh, do I even know what I'm talking about in this video? Logically, I have fucking every single idea in the world I'm like very good at this topic. I've thought about it so much. So many people say I'm confident, right? But emotionally, I'm like, fuck, am I good enough? Am I good enough? We always doubt ourselves. But I promise you, bro, it's okay to feel like you're losing 95% of the time. If you keep doing the right actions, 5% of the time you're gonna have some fucking mental moments where you're just in the most sick ass position of all time. You've got like 30 girls interested in you, or this like influencer meets you, or this person says he respects you who used to like you used to look up to him. Like all these crazy things happen. And it's so worth doing the right thing. And you might be confused, like, what do you mean, Finn, doing the right thing? Dude, doing the right thing, in my opinion, I think first of all, every guy should try and be more social, even on the daily basis. Doing the right thing is saying hi to more people. You know, you're not gonna feel it all the time, no pressure, but like in general, try and be a bit more social. Organize to hang out with friends here and there. Go to the gym. I don't know why anybody wouldn't go to the gym. Like if you don't play sports or go to the gym, I don't know what is going through your mind. It's just the fucking sickest thing ever, bro. Why would you not want to be jacked? I get, everybody does. You probably find it difficult to like get consistent, but as long as you're trying, if you keep doing these things, you go to the gym and you're very social, what's going to end up is you're going to develop a really good physique, which genuinely automatically puts you in the top 10% of looks. When you have looks and you are super social, like, I think being super social is the main key piece here. You don't need to be like good looking to be super social, have the great outcomes, have hella girls into you. But when you have good looks and you're also super social, bro, nobody has that. Even like the most hardworking guys I know, hardly any of them are super jacked. They're super funny. Like it's such a rare thing to get like a vibrant personality person who's also hardworking. And so when you do it, all of a sudden, every single person around you is interested in you because they respect you and they like being around you. Last Saturday, I got into one of these mood states. I went out with two of my best mates. We're laughing our asses off. There's these two girls. We're hanging out with them. I arrived to the function. There's this girl who comes up to me. Hey, Finn, how you going? And it's like gassing me up. I ended up getting so hyped that night. I'd been working really hard the last few weeks. My physical energy was up and I was talking to loads of people. I felt awesome. I fucking felt amazing. I had hung out with this guy who I really respect earlier that day, and I ended up making like a couple connections. Oh, this guy had a bunch of followers on IG. This guy had a bunch of followers on IG, speaking to hella people. And then the next day, I just had enough confidence. I reached out to like 5 different influencers. I don't even care if they respond or nothing. But wait, was this the night? Oh, and also this night, I bumped into Simon Squibb, who's a guy with 4 million followers on Instagram. He gave me an interview. He said he would shout me out. He hasn't, so it's all good. What can you do? But like the whole point is I got a chance to speak to somebody with 4 million followers. I got in that confident mood. I told him my thing is good, my channel is great. Even though I had struggled with confidence for my channel for so long, but I kept showing up and I genuinely believed in my channel. And I'd been in a great social mood. And and the best fucking part, bro, when you become more social, this girl, she went up, like I couldn't get his attention. She went up, she said, you need to talk to Finn. You need to talk to Finn right now. The whole time, and I remember I was speaking to him, and this whole time I feel like a hand on my back. Like, if you want some context, I speak, like I guess you could say she's a friend of mine, but we never speak. And it blew my mind, like, okay, if you're just really nice to a lot of people, and you keep going to a similar spot, eventually every time you go to that spot, you're gonna be treated well. And I got lucky that Simon Squibb, a famous influencer, was in that spot when I was having a good time, because I had a bunch of friends who gassed me up. I had this girl, like, she fully backed me. And yeah, dude, that's just an amazing feeling. That's the outcome. Like, I want you to be confident, but I don't want you to over obsess about it. Because honestly, what I'll tell you is there's more important traits than confidence in building a great social life. And if you're interested in that, I have way more videos on my channel. Subscribe, that's for free. But if you still want me to keep going with this confidence lessons, which you should stay, like, it's a very powerful part of making friends. Maybe it's like the pillars. It's the pillars to building a great social life. I'm gonna tell you one really important story about it. This one night last year, I went out. Okay, so it's like 4 p.m. My friend pulls up to mine. We go to the gym. We eat steak. We're chatting. We're laughing. I opened up to him. I was like, yeah, honestly, I can't find a girl that I really like. I opened up to him about entrepreneurship, things that I really cared about. He opened up to me about this girl. Yeah, there's no way you would know who this guy is. This girl, he had a breakup 6 months ago. He still loved her. Like, he opened up to me and we bonded. We got really close. And we arrived to this night out. So there's this U18 thing where hella people my age go. The event was fun. Like, it was a good event. So there was good potential. But when we first got there, if we stayed at that same like energy level, we would have had the most dead night of all time. I can't tell you exactly what happened this night, but I can tell you this was one of the most fun nights I've ever had. After about 5 minutes of standing there and dancing and feeling super awkward, I said, all right, bro, we gotta go start talking to some like ugly dudes, some like less intimidating people, so that we can get our confidence up. You know, what does a young teenage guy who wants to find a girl try to do on a night out when there's a bunch of pretty girls around? We wanted to go up to these hot girls. Obviously, like I'm not like homosexual, bro. I'm straight, okay? But I was scared. I was scared to go up to them. Like, obviously, you don't need to go up to girls to be social, but like, you know, you might as well speak to a bunch of girls. Hey, sorry, I'm sidetracking. We just started going up to less intimidating people, slowly making more and more friends. And we finally got our confidence up. And at one point, all of a sudden, we were having a great time. We're genuinely dancing, genuinely getting into it. My friends got the worst dance moves of all time. Maybe I have shit moves as well, bro. I don't even know. But then all of a sudden, girls around us, we start speaking to them. We have this like energy. I could feel it, bro. I promise you, I could feel this like magnetic energy. Like, I know this sounds fucking goofy, right? Like, let's put it logically. I was in a really good mood. People saw me in a good mood and wanted to join in. But like in my mind, it felt like I was magnetic. Like wherever I went, people were coming towards me. People were speaking to me. People were looking at me. It was fucking awesome, bro. And you can have that. One night, like there's no reason you can't do that. I'll tell you my warming up social tips, bro. I get to an event, I like start talking to a few people. Once you start about 20 to 30 conversations, it gets so much easier. And then you have unlimited social confidence for that night. I don't know if you'll hit that point on your first night out ever, but it's possible. Especially if you have previous like social experience. If you actually start the combos, it will just start to flow towards you. On top of that, I got a few flicks from my IG. A photo with me, my friend and I, and these two girls that we were hanging out with that night. Actually, I met a girlfriend that night, actually, now that I think about it. But when you're, okay, this is a perfect example. I was in a socially confident mood and I got a girlfriend. Like, I dated this girl for a few months. She was very pretty. I broke up with her. But the whole point that I'm making is, after that night, I put up a photo with two girls and my other friend. We put that photo on my IG. We had a great time. And then we invited a few people we saw. Oh, we should hang out. You may make a few connections with the people you bonded with. and like make a plan to hang out with them. And then we just moved on. We left the venue, hung out with our friends for like another hour. And then we went home, and it was an amazing memory that we still speak about to this day. I'm leaving out a bit of fucking like details because obviously this is my public YouTube channel, and some nuts shit happened that night. But what I will tell you, it was a magical experience. And every time I have one of these nights, it changes my personality for months. Honestly, it probably changed my personality permanently. Oh, it did. After I had one of these nights, it changed my personality permanently. I was way more confident in myself. This was like the key to confidence, is having a night where you genuinely have such a good social outcome after you push through not being liked by many people. I'm gonna teach you, like, obviously the tips that I taught you. Go to the function a few hours early with a friend, start talking, bring a friend, invite somebody along, find the right place to go to the gym, work out that day, be in a good mood, get some sun, have a laugh with a friend for a few hours, and then start warming up, start like speaking to more people, say hi to people on the street. Like, dude, whatever the way you want to warm up and get comfortable starting conversations is, I promise you it's way bigger in your mind as well, which I'll get into in other videos. I get into it a lot more. But once you gather a little bit of evidence of one sick night where you had such a good time, your confidence will change for the rest of your life, bro. Start before you see the progress. And if you want fast progress, if you were naturally gonna make social progress in 12 months, I could get you that done in 1 month because of my direct guidance. But obviously, it's hard to get what I could physically say to you without being in touch with me. I mean, I do have a paid product, links in the description. I've helped other people. But if you just want the free info, no worries, bro. Subscribe, and I have way more videos on my channel. I hope you have a great day, bro. Take care of yourself. And dude, confidence, once you have it, it feels like the dumbest thing. Like, what? Why did I need this? But like, you do need to have that basic experience of having a sick night out before you really become confident. Or it might be, you know what it also was for me? When I got my first girlfriend, that boosted my confidence a shit ton with girls forever. Because I had self-respect. Oh, I dated this really pretty girl, but I actually didn't enjoy the relationship because I was looking for these other things, blah, blah, blah. Like, no diss to her, she's a great person. But when you have those experiences, and that's like a cool experience where, so many guys are so like, they're frothing, they're so like desperate to get a good quality girl, and you actually go out there, you get a really pretty girl. That's when you view yourself differently. It might be dating a girl, it might be making your first friend group, it might be having your first night out where people really respect you. But after you have like one or two of these experiences, you just genuinely treat yourself so much better in your own mind. Because how you get treated socially really impacts you. So have a great day, bro. Subscribe and take care of yourself. Oh, like and comment any advice, bro. Have a good one.